Life is a series of waves to embrace and overcome. Hey, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, crazy cryptocurrency markets, right? We can't get off of it. People are wondering, why are we still here? Is the bear market taking effect? Back down there again at 33,600. And you know what? This crazy Eugene Forrest guy, he's loving it. I'm loving it. You know why? Because this is the best thing you want if you're a dollar cost averager, right? We have news daily. And of course, the fundamentals and the price and Bitcoin, they don't reflect each other. They never have. We're seeing the signs that are telling us that Bitcoin is being adopted, not only by individuals, but corporations and countries now, right? The future of Bitcoin has never been as bright as it is, and it's at a discount. Some people are saying manipulation. Some people are pointing fingers here, there, everywhere. It doesn't really matter. You have to concern yourself with you. And right now, the only thing that really matters is how many Satoshis do you have? And what do you think of the future of Bitcoin? Is that enough for you? Should you be getting more? And you know who never has enough Satoshis? My lovely co-host, Sammy.
Yeah, this chick.
This chick who has two thumbs and not enough Satoshis.
Good evening, everyone.
It's good coffee. You got a different creamer this time.
I did. It's a sweet cream or whatever, you know.
It's nice, thanks. I like it when you change it up. Problem. You don't expect it.
He didn't like the Amarillo last time. He said it tasted too fake. I know. You're so... He's like snooty, not snooty, because I mean, you drink any kind of coffee, but I mean, yes, I now know you love Cuban coffee. Thank you, Key West.
Cuban coffee is amazing.
It is. All right, we have people.
We have
Mike
people.
Is here.
Man, Mike, I love that you get out here every time. I'm glad that you got my text message. Hey, if anyone out there is having trouble getting my notifications and you're always watching this on the upload later on, send me an email, message down below. I try to read them after, and I will send you a text message. This is a small knit community. We're all here for one thing and one thing alone, and that's keeping the conversation going about what's really happening here in the crypto space and how do we keep our heads in the game and our hands strong in there, right?
The pothead is here. He's
nice.
Surfing them life waves. That's a quote. Hiker9 said bought today. Good times. Zaza is here. Mike is saying that it's kind of lagging, but the podhead says no problem. Okay, so I mean, I don't know. Our Wi-Fi does suck, so I don't know. Hopefully, it's not us and it's you. That sounds horrible.
I don't know. I had thought about doing a couple pre-records and uploading them, but it's always the same thing. I'm here for you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
what you gonna do? Listen to us talk?
Yeah. If this show was still the show where I just thought stuff and spoke to a dead camera and then uploaded it, I would have stopped doing this a long time ago. Because I'm here to hang out with you guys. I want to know what you guys are thinking. I mean, I wrote down the two main things that everyone's talking about.
Oh, Paul Rouleau. Hi, Paul Rouleau. Is this the old one?
This is the old one.
Ha! Hold on. See, I thought you had a different quote. But who am I to say?
It's okay. I don't need it, Samantha. I remember what the two things are that are going on. Everyone's talking about the $2 million, right? That supposedly the U.S. has recovered from the hackers, right? From the ransomware. I tell you, no Bitcoin hardware wallet or wallet was hacked. I mean, we're going to need some more specific details on exactly how this happened. More like it was intercepted at an exchange, third party.
Didn't the Jennifer Sato, whatever the hell her name is, Saki, whatever the hell, the redhead, didn't she say that the task force, that was like a week or two ago. I mean, like, yes.
So the Speaker of the House lady?
Yeah, the redhead. That one. Yes. But that it was not, it was after the pipeline-ness that they announced that there was a new cyber task force. And this is supposedly the task force that's back. How?
I don't know. I mean, this is some uncertain times in cryptocurrency, right? You know, we have ransomware hacks we knew that if you were here in the space, we knew that they were increasing. We know about them. We know the ins and outs of it. That is part of the space. If you're some Joe Blow on the outside, this is like, whoa, magic computer people taking millions of dollars worth of magic money. I don't understand. Why can't I get gas at the pump? Everybody acted stupid. Creates a hustle, creates a fuss. Worried about what's going to happen down the road. What is this all going to lead out of? I mean, we see that the Biden administration is willing to do crazy things, right?
I still don't know how they're doing the free beer if everybody hits that 70 mark vaccination, and the shit that they got going on, and the firearms in West Virginia really got me. So yeah, I don't know what his long term is for any of this shit.
But when you start talking about having to report that you were hacked and having to pay, that you did or didn't pay these hackers, possibly making it illegal to pay these hackers, and then also mixing cryptocurrency in that negative narration role of secret internet money that allows espionage, or not espionage, but like, I don't know. What are the right words for this, Samantha?
I mean, espionage would be in that category, but that's not the right word. But yes, I mean,
being able to transfer money from country to country without the censorship that occurs, right? Yes. Without the banking system, without being able to take a suitcase full of money on an airplane.
Oh, yeah, you really can't do that no more. Oh, no. Yeah. All right. Zaza says it was on an exchange. So now that is not cool.
They left that out of I read several different articles, and they just kept saying government hacked wallet.
Like, and they did, whatever. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Yes. The main goal here is to be decentralized, and it is very hard to have that happen when, I mean, here in the United States, it's going to be that all of our exchanges are going to have so much KYC and so much IRS-ness in them that, I mean, you're going to have to participate if you want to stay inland and actually be here and do it like this way, because I mean, that I think is their end goal.
It's more about them continuing to propagate this ideal that they're in control, right? Yeah. That statement is saying, hey, it don't matter. You know, you could have all the money in the world in Bitcoin. The government can still come in there and take it because they have a task force that is capable of getting into your Bitcoin wallet.
They leave all of how,
the exact opposite is true. And that is why Bitcoin has the power that it has. You know, a lot of people that are in Bitcoin are trying to use benefits of Bitcoin to benefit themselves, personal benefits. But really, the true benefit of Bitcoin, where the money comes from, is the decentralization, which is to send money to anybody or any computer out. Third party being able to get involved, whether it be a banking system, a government, or your mom and dad.
It's just, it's promising news. I mean, all of this stuff is good. I thought it was funny that they avoided how they paid the ransom for as long as they could. I hate that. I mean, the news that we listen to spins it that it's still untraceable and it's still and it's like, no, it's really not. Like, if you're using Bitcoin, I mean, that's how this is happening. And the fact that you're apparently on a freaking exchange, because that's, you know.
I mean, in reality, if you're going to do something illegal, it would be much easier in cash.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you instantly have the blockchain tracking you. Because there is only 21 million, Bitcoin is never going to lose track of it, and it will always be there for somebody to go and figure it out.
Needless to say, there are hundreds of way smarter individuals than ourselves that are always monitoring this blockchain for the hell of it, for healthy maintenance. So really, I mean, it is easier to literally go the old way of, Dropbox under the like money. I mean, some gold bullion possibly, but not
uncut
crypto.
Diamonds.
Right? Some blood diamonds or something. Come on. All right. So where are we at? Paul Rulo says if they don't control it, they demonetize it. The pothead says the South and Central Americans adopt Bitcoin. Of course they do.
Yeah, I mean, we're
Yep.
looking at El Salvador, Paraguay, and
Panama. Yep.
All calling it legal tender.
They're trying to. They're thinking about it.
Gonna put it on the books, right? Make it part of their national reserves. I mean, if Tesla's doing it, right? If Amazon and IBM are secretly doing it in the background that everyone's speculating on.
Wait, is it a governor or the mayor of Miami? Which one's the higher one? You know, it's the dude with like the muscles
the mayor.
in the yes. I love it. I love it that it's literally like Miami Vice. He wears the t-shirt and then the suit like jacket. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is what Miami Vice and the whole game.
I know, but I do love it.
Hey, I get it because it's hot. So you're just wearing the t-shirt and right before the camera or whatever you got to do, you just pop the jacket on. You know, that's on the hanger in the back seat of the car at all times, ready to go for when you have to look professional. But otherwise.
Mm-hmm. All right, where are we at? Mike says that Brazil yesterday and 2 states in Mexico this morning, and Japan already looks at it as a currency.
Yes. We remember the news.
Oh, yeah.
When Japan took it as legal tender. That was big news. You know, we thought that it was going to move the ball a little bit further than it did at the time, but
yeah,
I don't know. This is one of the things we were talking about. We were saying that, you know, we wanted companies, we wanted FANG corporations to take it. I was saying the next big one I was looking for was transactions between them.
Yes.
But countries taking it on their books is another one that's been a great one that's been looked at for a long time as a notch in adoption.
I'm sure that they'll start. You know, somebody will have to pay for somebody's docking somethingness, you know, yeah.
Well, we had heard that Venezuela was trying to take it for payments for oil.
Yes. I don't know, but Venezuela's dude was kind of shady, so that's how that didn't work out. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I
don't know, when you start to see the domino effect, right? That's what they call this. When you have one country that falls to an ideal and then the surrounding countries also fall to the same ideal. This is why we fought communism in Vietnam, is the domino theory.
Yes, it would eventually get to us.
It will eventually take over a large portion of South America, then creating the ideal to the rest of the world. Well, why is there like 10 South American countries all using this currency and it's doing well and the value's gone up? And now these countries that were third world countries are not third world countries.
Oh, dude. Okay. So, right. 2 Mexico cities now, right? And now we're having problems with like the border and immigrants and what, because it's all whatever. They just adopt crypto. They stop coming to our border and it's all like, ta-da, like, fuck you. Yes. Like, we fix our own shit because
we don't need
suck.
It. Yeah. Yep. So fiat's on the way out. Next system, ground floor.
I'm just saying, right? I mean, it will be literally knocking at our door at some point here, where all of the countries around us, Canada, I mean, all of these will be using it or at least recognizing it. And we'll just have a couple states.
I don't know. It seems like we're here, right? We're in the summer of 2021. Everybody, we've seen all of the printing of money last year. We talked about that this was going to cause problems on the backside. We were talking about, you know, that the government was going to allow a certain amount of inflation. People are anticipating the inflation is going to be larger than what they have said. And we're starting to see the cracks at the seam bigger than what we had before, right? Gas prices here in Florida are up 45 cents in the last 60 days.
Yeah, like right now. Yeah, we're topping, I mean, at least almost 3, if not the crappier ones, 3 something.
A sheet of plywood is $80.
Yeah.
I mean, my son was shopping for a vehicle. You can't find anything that will run and go down the road. We're not talking about great vehicle. Just go down the road.
Just mechanically running at the moment of purchase.
For under $1,500.
Yep. Where my Subaru that we bought 8 months ago was $700 and runs down the road.
Well, the guy wanted $1,000, but
But I mean, still, it is the $500 to $1,000 like, I mean, inflation that we're seeing on. Lots of things now.
I mean, if you're 20, if you're fresh out of high school, you don't get it. It doesn't matter. That's not important, right? If you're in college, we see them starting to wonder about this decision, right? We see people going to the community colleges instead of going to the university. Yeah. We see people skipping the situation altogether.
I mean, yeah, or going to like a trade school so that you instantly have a something when you get out. I mean, a lot of our friends did like the medical field, but it's that same kind of thing. Like you just got out of high school and picked a career.
When you stop and you think that you're going to be here for more than today, and you make more money than what you need today, you do something with it, right? That's what a smart person does. You're like, hey, I got to save this. There's going to be a day in the future that I want to not do this work thing. I could be sick. I may want to buy a house. I may find someone that I love and want to have children.
That's expensive.
Who knows? Life's going to happen. So how do you do this?
You might want to, like, underground pool.
Well, I mean, the people point you in all directions. I personally have come across cryptocurrency. I see a lot of people definitely starting to point towards Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Mainstream news has cryptocurrency in it all the time now.
All the time now, yeah. NFTs.
So if you're looking down this avenue, nothing's changed. The indicators are still telling you that Bitcoin is on track for mainstream adoption. So take your extra little bit today and buy into Bitcoin just as you would have at 50,000, but you're getting more Satoshis. The whole point is that you're supposed to be buying with the extra of today. Now, we heard Crypto Zombie in today's video talk about how he went above and beyond because he was trying to change his lifestyle.
We did that as well. Yeah, first.
We did this as well too in the beginning. A lot of people have said and made those choices in the beginning.
Oh yeah, we walked to work at one point, and so I mean, things happen, man.
Nobody can tell someone else that they have to make those sacrifices. Those are a personal choice. But while those sacrifices are being made, you can't be questioning whether or not Bitcoin is going to do what you're anticipating it's going to do for you, or else you are really going to devastate your life by cashing out that much at a loss.
You can't waver. It's just like the diet plan, the workout plan, the life
all or nothing
changing.
In it to win it.
You can't, like, there can't be that many cheat days that it defeats the purpose. There can't be it. You can't waver that much.
Right. When you jump up the cliff, you just only get to point the feet. Don't flail the arms. Just point the feet.
And always run. Always run. Okay. Just, all right. Where are we at? Okay, so it says Americans hop in the border to get to Mexico and the southern countries. That would be freaking hilarious. Go the other way. Oh my God, there's an influx of Americans coming over to. Hey, I hear Mexico's nice most of the time. Oh, Dollar Vigilante.
Yeah.
I hated that dude, but I loved his backdrop at all points in time because he always walked and shit, like when he was doing his rants. And yes, I'd live in Mexico. Sure. All right. Where we? All right. Paul Rillo says, let's all print our own currency, backed by nothing, and issue it unlimited amounts. Wait, that's the Federal Reserve is already doing that.
The problem is that the corporations have started getting involved, and they don't even have to turn on the printer or get the paper or anything. They just make a cryptocurrency, and I think that that's part of the plague of the system that's happening right now and getting people to adopt is that if people get in Bitcoin for the wrong reasons of thinking that they're going to make a lot of money quickly, then they realize that it's going to be extremely hard for the price of Bitcoin to double, triple, quadruple without being part of this 4-year cycle. They see all of these altcoins that are created and someone saying, hey, this one's going to do this and this one's going to do this and someone's going to do this. And then they have these ideals from the traditional market of diversification for diversification. So yes, they probably hold Bitcoin and are saying, we believe in Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency revolution. But they're probably 50% or more spread across all these altcoins because secretly they're hoping to get rich.
I love how nobody is like none of the corporations, this horrible pandemic, recession, blah, 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 whatever, are actually like going belly up. Like none of them. They are all getting no one's been on a cruise or a plane in fucking like 16 months or something. somehow they were fine, right? They just laid everybody off and then just put in like I need some help, guys. I like it. I like it. All right, so Paul Rouleau. Oh no, the pothead says, who stores their wealth on paper? When Paul Rouleau says, I have stacks of IOUs. Listen. Oh God. I'm definitely an IOU person. I'm the kind of person you don't lend money to, okay? Just so you know. Yep. Horrible budgeting skills. That's why Eugene does it all. Oh, Mike says if the cruise lines are even operating. Well, they are here.
Well, they're supposed
to.
That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Is there's this debate
they were
that
supposed to this month, like the beginning
this week or whatever,
yeah,
next
like
week they're supposed to start. But the problem is that Florida is about to pass a law saying that they can't ask about vaccination or anything.
They don't have to have proof of vaccination.
So they're saying because of CDC rules that they're going to float out to international waters, then ask everybody about their vaccination laws.
8 to 10 miles offshore.
Well, it's 5. It's 3 to 5 because that's where the casino boats go, park, do their casino stuff, and then bring you back.
But yep.
That's the cruise boat I take. It's free to get on. They go out there. They serve you free drinks.
What is
I play nickel slots and then like to sit on the deck for a while.
Oh, and they play horrible 70s and 80s music. It is so geared towards old people. I'm forgetting. It's probably changed names because it's changed name 3 or 4 times. But I was trying to think of what it was even called back then. But
But what? Me and you have gone on the boat and had a really good time for under $200.
We don't spend money. No. I don't know. We move around a lot. It's like you play a couple times, and if you're not winning, you just go to something else. You know, it's like the arcade.
That's a fun boat ride.
It is pretty cheap.
And you can't play for a couple hours in either direction because of the distance of getting in and out, like the 3 miles.
Yes. Docking and whatever the hell it's called when you leave. Yeah. And Mike says, "Wow, that's big." I mean, I'm glad we live in Florida because it has so much of the lax rules on everything.
Yeah. It has been one of the positives of this whole pandemic that we've been in Florida. You know, I mean, the only other place that was supposed to be just as nice was Texas was supposed to be just as good. Or close to
They were pretty close, but that's also the dude that was the super douchebag that flew to Mexico in the middle of the power outage or whatever.
I don't know. Here in Florida, we said like 2-3 months into it, it was pretty much like, fuck it. If you're going to die, you're going to die.
I mean, we shut down our nursing homes, I think, one of the longest because we actually did not let them out for quite a while.
So back on the topic, the last bit I to talk about is mainstream media. Mainstream media has been talking nonstop about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, NFTs for the last month straight. It seems like the new one today is that, I mean, it had a full segment on NBC today about the Shiba Inu of the Dogecoin NFT going up for auction and when the auction was and when you could bid on it.
They had a blonde lady explaining what
NFTs were and why you would want to hold one and that it doesn't necessarily give you the copyrights, but it's like holding precious artwork. You know, you can see the picture of Mona Lisa anywhere. Anybody can print it or copy it, but owning the original has value. So I like how they're coming at the public with this NFT stuff.
I mean, I get it. We do as a society and a whole, like all humans, there are like little niches of like collecting things. And so I get it. Like NFTs fall into that collectible wanting.
I just don't feel it personally. So I got trouble with it because I guess I'm not a materialistic person. I don't want to hold a possession and ever give it value in my life that can't be thrown away. So spending money on something that's digital, that is supposed that is I mean, it's
a representation,
digital comparable to Bitcoin in the fact of what it is in digital, but I see Bitcoin as money. And money is not a tangible object, right? So I can place it there, but a physical item like artwork, having it in a digital sense just seems very hard for me.
I mean, okay.
Especially when these things aren't necessarily registered properly. Yeah. The blockchain has a lot of different things to it, like the servers that host it and questions that I would have.
Crypto Zombie, I hate his memes. I hate all of his starting memes. Hate him. Hate him. Yeah, need some milk. Hate it. Okay, so anyways, this one, today's one, was, you know, some dude, and it said like 2034, but he was metal detectoring on a beach, right? And it shows him going through all this shit, finding all this stuff, and what he was looking for was a cell phone with 0.01 of a Bitcoin, and it said $10,000. So, I mean, that's what I want to hold. Like, I want to have that kind of value. And I don't collect it. I guess I collect Hello Kitty, and I've not even done that in a while. So, I mean, I don't have that need to want to own a portion of something or have ownership of something that is famous, because that's pretty much all it is it's either some athlete, something, quotes, like pictures, things.
I don't know. I mean, at that point, it's always a question. You know, these people say they buy stuff like that to go up in value, but anyone that I've ever known that's bought stuff that's specific, it always goes down in value.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's like having the Corvette Stingray. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, this is an American muscle car I keep in the garage. I never barely drive, but I'm always doing.
But if
it's
you actually
still just losing value, and
if you took into account all of the money you spent over the years and the depletion of its blue book value, I mean, you are just losing value. Like, it's that kind of stuff, and it's like, I get that it's digital. I get that there isn't a depletion of value in that sense. Like, but it's just not my thing.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. You know, there's people with garages full of cars and buildings full of artwork, and
also not our thing, right? I mean, no.
Shoe boxes full of baseball cards. I guess a MetaMask full of NFTs ain't my thing.
I mean, I do think it's kind of crazy that, I mean, we're hearing a lot of it, and the Doge stuff and the Shiba. Okay, like those things, they're blowing my mind in the sense of like, they're the corniest things and we're hearing it like everywhere. Really?
All right, what do we got going on in the chat? What are you guys thinking about the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space? Please share your thoughts, comments. Let's keep the show going a little bit longer. Other than that, this is why we're here, right? It's to be able to continue this conversation. I don't know why the price is down. I don't know if we're going to continue to break down. I don't know if we're going to continue to move sideways and consolidate. I don't know if we're going to hit this 42,000 range and drop back down again, right?
What was Tone Vase and Crypto Zombie? They were both saying somewhere in the 20,000,
25,000 if we break down.
I mean,
I don't know what tomorrow holds. I just know that hopefully my life expectancy has me in a situation where the Bitcoin I have is going to be able to get cashed out here in 2 halvings and let me be able to travel the world in the way that I dream. Every time I turn around, the indicators are flashing green in the direction that the world is wanting and desiring and needing Bitcoin, right?
Yes.
The price, the demand, the acceptance, they've never been the same. I don't understand it. No one understands it. They don't make sense, right? It's just one of those things. That's fine. The only problem is if you need Bitcoin today, like to sell today.
Yes. And maybe the reason why it is so complicated is because we have never had a world currency. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We've never had a world currency. So, I mean, how many like stumbles and bounds, and how complicated and how hard is that going to actually have to be to get to world? Because, I mean, that's everything and everyone, and that's a lot. I do think that we will get there, and I hope we do. All right, so, where are we at? Paul Ruler says most NFTs I've seen look like they are made on a paint shop in under 30 seconds, and then he's still waiting for his 80s A-Team collector cards to gain value. Oh, damn. I love 80s stuff. I know, I got some Rainbow Brights and some Care Bears that no one seems to care. No one. Damn, I had a lunchbox forever up until like 2 years ago. Gotta love it.
I mean, I liked Pokemon when it first came out, and
you also played Magic, like there was that,
and I had a crap load of that kind of stuff, and kept on to it for years, thinking it would go up in value, but it's
No, usually we sold to like our friends who wanted to continue. It was like, oh, okay, here's a box. Do you want $20? I guess, I don't know. And it's like, okay, but
yeah, I think that's what ended up happening to most of the Magic cards when my son started playing with his friends and stuff. Like, I just, his friends were like, oh, well, we wanted some of your cards and this and that. I was like, just, take them. Here's some money, some whatever. Just take them all.
Take them all. We have no idea what's in there. It could be something amazing. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 15-year-old Magic cards. God knows, right? I don't know. I mean,
the mosquitoes are starting to come out.
I'm glad the yellow flies aren't out at the moment. Okay.
Yes.
John from Malibu is also here.
John from Malibu.
Says he ain't afraid.
There isn't a need to be afraid. It's this ideal that, the value and where we're at are two different places, right? Are you in too much? Do you have to take some out right now? Are you over leveraged? Are you in one of those situations where your home's in foreclosure because you ain't been paying your mortgage because you've been buying Bitcoin and you were thinking it was going to go up and it went down and now you don't have enough? Well, I mean, that's a bad situation. You might not have really known what you were getting yourself into. Right. Education is always key here, because the more you continue to wake yourself up to the fiat system and how it's printed and how it's going on and how it's crumbling and falling apart of the cracks, and how everybody that's in the traditional fiat system has been screaming that none of this makes any sense and that the markets are at all-time highs for no reason, especially the housing. You won't worry about this. You will be saying 33,600. Yes, give me more.
Cover those Care Bears. I know, Care Bears. You remember the movies, Paul? Oh my God, I will still watch them. Oh, and the Care Bear cousins. Oh yeah, give me that pink elephant. All right. Wait, was he pink? I just remember there was an elephant, and I love him.
Yeah, he was pink.
Okay, pretty sure. Okay. Mike says we have gone from 1,000 a penny to 64K. Insane. It is. Like, I don't know. If anybody, I mean, how are you doubting these things and how are you not optimistic? I mean, for real. We started out and it was $700. When we learned about it, it was like $4. So 33 is a lot more than 7.
Okay. People say that Bitcoin is a pyramid, right?
Yeah.
And they say it's a pyramid scam.
Yes.
There is a pyramid scam happening with the scammers on the front end of this. They are constantly trying to get people in and tell them that they're going to make a bunch of money off Bitcoin.
But it is to just get their Bitcoin.
But it is to just get their, by doing this, by investing in their platform, by having them trade for you, whatever the case may be. But this is what causes this situation. The news that comes out is propagated by these scammers that are putting up the pyramid. Most people like me and you aren't out here making productions trying to have a real civilized conversation about how all the signs are green and that this price doesn't make any sense. The people that are really out here doing YouTube are doing it for a living, are paying YouTube people to put the commercials and push it on the side. And they're being paid by third parties to sit here and say, you need a leverage trade. You need to get over here. You need to go over here. You need my tutorial up above and down below. Because once you go click to all of these places, you start heading down the path of you are more likely to be separated from your Bitcoin. Why are you listening? I mean, well, what are they going to tell you besides things that start getting you to think that they may be right, that they're going to get you to send it here or try their platform or whatever it is?
Yeah.
The only place Bitcoin needs to go is right in your hardware wallet. The only thing you need to know is it adopted today? Do I need my Bitcoin today because I'm retiring or I'm going to do whatever the amazing things are that you're going to do?
You're right. Bitcoin is not the scam. The scam is trying to get you to not understand it. Yes. To think that it's as easy as they want you to believe it is, because that's how you don't actually have ownership of it and you can get scammed.
That's why it seems like there is this cycle that continues to happen. It's like 6 months to a year. And it's that they're just cycling through the fresh people that somehow are questioning fiat or saying, what's this Bitcoin thing I hear about? Then they start doing research. They come to YouTube. They want to watch videos. They want to do this and that and understand it. But a large percentage of the media is part of this pyramid scam that is going to screw you out of your Bitcoin in the first 6 months and more than likely get you to wash up and leave.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, just like how the Modern Investor would say, all of this stuff is super good news. Like So why is the price going down? I mean, we're not going to really know.
Because you're a new investor, and that means you're manipulatable. And there's 30 people in the comments
and
down
Elon
below.
Is being a douchebag, and let's see who else can get in there. And God help if Kim Kardashian or somebody else does something to be able to sway your mindset.
But this is how Bitcoin continues. The bear market was 3 years last time. People are hoping it's only going to be the summer, maybe the end of this month. I don't know, but I do know that the fundamentals are here, and it's just a matter of the world waking up. The world is forced to wake up once every 4 years, but the world is actually going to be waking up a lot sooner on its own because of the way the situation is continuing to worse around here, right? Political opinion is at an all-time high among most people about what's PC and what's not PC. People are questioning money at every sense. There's this whole, people need to get back to work and should be getting back to work, but they don't want to get back to work unless they're getting into a good job, so that there's like half these jobs in America which aren't filled right now, but it's because they weren't giving people a living wage. So now I think I drove by a Walmart today that said that their starting pay was anywhere between $15 and $20 an hour for the Walmart in Gainesville.
I mean, and we're talking anything. Yeah. Wow.
And it's just that I remember 2 years ago, before I started up my company, it was harder to, if you wanted to get a job within the week and start it, and it was any, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, general labor job, it was $10 an hour all day long, no matter what it was, especially here in the state of Florida.
All right. John from Malibu says that he's relaxed because he's getting a massage in his living room. And first it was pig face. And then he said, whole pig body. Okay. And Mike says that he can't even make a comment that would not be really warped. So what's the difference between pig face and pig body? Like whole pig or just pig? Are you just a glutton, John? Glutton? All right. And Paolo says baking coin will return and rule all. Oh, all right. Anton says pork loin coin. Mike says sausage coin. Nice. Okay, so we're going pig-like. I mean, if they can have yams and freaking pancakes and sushi, I mean, why the hell not, right? Yes.
Swine swag.
Ooh, swine coin. Oh, what's the other? Okay, what other names? I'm trying to think. I mean,
they do that whole suey.
Suey coin. That's not okay.
With swine swag, right? Suey coin with swine swag.
Suey coin with swine swag. Get your swine swag here. Ooh, with your oinks. Ooh, could it be oinks instead of Satoshis? Yeah. Like, Yes. Yes.
All right. Is there anything else in the chat? Anything you guys would like to talk about? Because otherwise, I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. It's fantastic seeing you guys out here once again. We're getting ready to head out, though, aren't we, Samantha? Not tomorrow, the following day. Yep. On the 10th, first thing in the morning, we're heading to Orlando. We're going to go to Icon Park for the day on the 10th. Then the 11th and 12th is Forbidden Kingdom. It's fantastic. I mean, I love being able to get out there. It's the same conversation I keep having every time we talk about this. The media is doing a great job of telling everybody, we're going to wear our Bitcoin gear and swag and everything. And I'm sure everyone's going to talk to us like they usually do. We're going to be with our friend Kristen, who's been here in the chat before. We have also turned her on to Bitcoin. So we will see you on the backside of all of this. Hopefully we'll have some good things to tell you about how people came running up to us talking about Bitcoin. But it's the ideal that this has been a long journey that kind of went on fast forward, right? Because it's only been 5 years that me and Samantha have been here in Bitcoin. But in the last 5 years, we went from no one's heard of us to we're fighting a revolution and telling everyone about it to here we are 5 years later and everybody already knows about this. We're true OGs. And it's only been 5 years. It's just ridiculous. It's absurd how fast things happen in the cryptocurrency space and how often we take it all for granted. So sometimes just take a breath, slow it down a bit.
We love you guys. And yes, Mike, we will take lots of pictures.
All right, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And remember to keep that BTC safe. Later.
Bye, guys.